What's going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Ty, the Lego guy here, and welcome to another LEGO Stars review. Today we're taking a look at the ATTE that's set 75019. It had 794 pieces, 5 minifigures retailed for 90 USD, and it came out in 2013. Now nowadays this is going for 323 new or 206 used. It's appreciated a ton. There are reasons why. Some people feel that this may be the best ATTE that LEGO's ever produced. They feel it's the best one to put in MOCs just because of its size. But we're going to take a look at its positives and its negatives. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to start us off, we'll begin by giving you guys a 360 view of the ATTE. And you can probably see it is quite sizable. It is the smallest of the ATTEs. It is smaller than even the 2003 ATTE, but it's still 1.5 feet in length, or nearly half a meter in length. And in width, maybe, I don't know, about 8 inches or 1/5 of a meter in width. And its height, it's not too tall, maybe half a foot, 8 inches in height, I'd say. Which is again 1/5 of a meter, roughly. The exterior is phenomenal looking, but we're going to break it down a little bit more, taking a look at it area by area. And we'll start off with the cockpit. As you can see, quite nice looking. I like these big clear windows that they used, and you can very easily pull the pilot out, or the clone commander, as LEGO likes to say. This is the commander as well as the clone pilot. But anyways, getting beyond that, very simple how they kind of make this work, and it's held in there by a Technic pin. Very easily just put it back in like so. It does have these main guns at the front. It doesn't have any spring-loaded shooters, unfortunately. The 2008 had the big rubber ones, and if you lifted these plates, they would shoot out. This doesn't have that, unfortunately, but not the end of the world. It just would have been really nice if they incorporated that. Then on the top here, you'll notice they have the main gun, and it has the flick fire missiles, which I'm not a fan of. As you can see, they don't work all too well. I mean, that did shoot off, but I do prefer the spring-loaded shooters. It's worth mentioning that you can fit a minifigure at the back of here, no problem, so we can seat and shoot off the main gun. And this isn't quite a feature, but it's very functional. It does have a carrying handle built into the ATTE. I thought that was very smart. You'll notice the legs have some printed pieces on the top right here. They're not stickers, but these are stickers. The Republic logo, that's all stickers. And then on the very top, we'll show that off, those are stickers as well. And getting a little bit more into the interior of the ATTE, we'll start off in the back right here. Now this was very smartly designed. You'll notice there are no gaps. Unlike the previous two ATTEs that were supposed to be the standard ATTE, they did have gaps. This one does not have that. And you can very smartly open her up like so. Now the interior is a little bit lackluster. I will say I wish there were some seats in there, but there is not. There's some little clips to store some blasters, some more sticker pieces, and inside of here, we'll show off one of my favorite little pieces. It's the thermal detonator piece. This was one of the first sets that kind of included it, and yeah, I just absolutely love that little printed 1x1 stud. And what's nice about the ATTE as well is they have a ladder to kind of get to the top of the ATTE, or the interior I should say. Now, getting into the other side of the walker, this is one of my main complaints with this, and here's why. That's the interior to the front there. Extremely lacking. There's no other way to kind of put it. It does have a nice little area to put some more flick fire missiles, but if you're really not a fan of flick fire missiles in the first place, the fact that they filled the interior with that is just, not my favorite. But again, it's not terrible. That's just my main complaint with this set, is they could have done a little bit more with the interior. As far as the exterior goes, I mean, this looks great. Check that out. I think even a mock builder would be hard pressed to improve on this ATTE at this scale. Let's now take a look at the minifigures. And here's the first 3 minifigures that are included. So we have the standard Geonosian battle droid along with the Geonosian droid commander. Really like this guy. And then we have the clone pilot, or I'm kidding, the clone commander on the far right. Now this is one of my main issues with this set. Why is there more battle droids in an ATTE set than there are clones? This is the single clone that's included, and as much as he looks good, I just think that's ridiculous. Giving you guys a 360 view, we'll show off their backs. Not too much going on. The clone trooper doesn't have any back face printing. He does have some nice back torso printing, and the clone commander has some printing at the back of his head. The clone trooper also is carrying a very large blaster, which is supposed to represent the big blasters that they had in Attack of the Clones. And then removing his helmet, he'll get to see the beautiful, wonderful, angry clone face. Not a big fan of that, but you know what? Better than no printing at all, I guess. Let's now take a look at the final 2 minifigures. Here we have the 2 Jedis that are included. So we have Mace Windu on the left and Coleman Trevor, aka the Dinosaur Jedi on the right. Probably the best minifigure out of this set. And the only time that they've ever made Coleman Trevor. You guys, a view of their backs. Mace Windu doesn't have any back torso printing, which is interesting, but Coleman Trevor does. Both have leg printing. Pretty good looking minifigures, especially Coleman Trevor. He's great to have just for the memes. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. As we've seen, this is a very good ATTE, but it is not perfect. I do prefer the size it's at because you can fit this, easier in mocks and whatnot. The interior is a little lacking, but the exterior looks fantastic. The minifigures are very unique. I mean, you get Mace Windu, Coleman Trevor, the man, the myth, the legend, a commander battle droid, a normal battle droid, along with a clone commander. But why is there not more clones? When the 2008 ATTE came out, people complained that it only had 2 clones, Rex and just a standard clone. This one just has a commander. So it's kind of crazy how they've deviated from that. The fact that it only includes 1 clone trooper along with the interior being a little bit lackluster are my only real concerns with this. I don't mind the size again. Overall, I think it's a pretty good model. I'm not going to quite say it's the best ATTE that's ever been made, but it's definitely up there. It's good, just not perfect. But let me know what your personal thoughts are on this one. If you like it, if you don't, any areas you think they could maybe improve on it. Always interested to hear your guys' take. But that pretty well does the video. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, as always, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future Lego Star Wars reviews, comparisons. We do something Star Wars every single Tuesday. But that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.